The downpour on Highway 5 in Athena State was relentless, hammering against the charcoal-black Aries sedan. It was 11:45 p.m., the interior smelling of leather and faint fatigue. Brigadier General Cassandra Vance, fresh from a grueling 14-hour classified summit at the Citadel, gripped the wheel. She was exhausted, still in her service uniform beneath a simple trench coat. The rear-view mirror exploded in red and blue. Cassandra, who was driving the speed limit, sighed and pulled the high-security vehicle onto the muddy shoulder, illuminating the interior and placing her hands on the wheel in a visible display of compliance. Officer Marcus Thorne, of the Oak Haven Municipal Police, approached with a heavy, arrogant stride. He shone his light directly into her face. "License and registration," he commanded, his voice flat and impatient. "Good evening, officer," Cassandra replied calmly, using the measured tone of a flag officer.
"May I know why I was stopped?"
"I was not exceeding the limit. License, registration, and step out of the car," Thorne repeated, ignoring her question and scanning the luxury interior with suspicion. His hand rested near his holster. "I clocked you weaving and I smell alcohol." It was a practiced lie. Cassandra felt a cold surge of adrenaline. "Officer Thorne, I am a senior officer in the United States Army, and I am perfectly sober. I am reaching for my identification now." "I don't care who you say you are," Thorne snapped. He yanked the locked door handle, then pounded the glass. Cassandra unlocked it the moment she did. Thorne ripped the door open, grabbing her coat and hauling her out into the soaking rain. "Officer, stand down." Cassandra barked, her command voice instinctive. "Turn around, hands on the hood," Thorne shouted, spinning her and forcing her into a rough search position. The rain instantly plastered her hair. "You're making a mistake. My military ID is in my wallet." "I'm Brigadier General Cassandra Vance." Thorne snatched the wallet. He saw the gold-chipped common access card and the rank of a general. "Officer," he laughed a harsh, dismissive sound and tossed the wallet onto the wet hood. "I've seen better fakes at the flea market. You stole the car and think a fake ID will get you out of a DUI. That is government property." Cassandra said, her voice dropping to a dangerous whisper. "Run the plates already did. They don't match the driver description." Thorne lied, having already made his decision based on prejudice. He grabbed her wrists and twisted them, snapping the handcuffs tight. Too tight. Cassandra suppressed a wince. Drawing on her resilience from survival training, "You're under arrest for DUI, disorderly conduct and resisting arrest," Thorne announced, pleased with himself. He shoved her into the back of his cruiser, not bothering to protect her head. As he slammed the door, Cassandra spoke clearly through the wire mesh. "Officer Thorne, I require access to my government-issued secure line, located in my uniform jacket." "In my vehicle." Thorne started the engine, contempt in his eyes in the rearview mirror. "You need a lawyer, sweetheart, not a phone," he sped off, abandoning her vehicle and the damning evidence of her rank at the concrete Oak Haven police station. "Officer," Thorne gloated, dropping the wallet onto the booking counter for Sergeant Rossi. Rossi examined the ID, his brow furrowed. "Marcus, this looks legitimate." "It's a fake, Sarge." "She's running something," Thorne insisted. "Grabbing a soda, I demand my phone call." Cassandra ordered from where she stood, hands still cuffed painfully tight. Thorne, enraged by her command, dragged her toward the holding cells. "You don't give orders here. Sit in the tank and sober up." After 2 hours, Cassandra walked to the bars. "Officer, I am legally entitled to a phone call." "Give me the phone now." Thorne finally unlocked the cell. "Fine, let's hear this." 2 minutes. He pointed to the phone on the wall. Cassandra picked up the receiver and dialed a memorized number, a secure line to the Pentagon switchboard in the Capitol, Vance. "Cassandra, Brigadier General. Priority 1 emergency. Connect me to the office of the Vice Chief of Staff now." Thorne was leaning against the desk, smirking. The Pentagon switchboard confirmed her identity. A moment later, a deep, powerful voice answered. "Holloway, Jim. It's Cassandra. I am in a holding cell in Oak Haven. Athena arrested by Officer Marcus Thorne. I have been assaulted, my ID ignored, and my vehicle containing classified materials is compromised. I need extraction and I need it loud." The silence on the line was heavier than the storm. "Sit tight, Cassandra." General Holloway's voice hardened into absolute steel. "Do not say another word to them. I'm making the call." Cassandra hung up and turned to Thorne, a faint cold smile touching her lips. "You might want to call your chief." 300 miles away, General Holloway moved with immediate lethal intent. "Code Black," he commanded his staff. "A flag officer illegally detained, national security compromised. That police station is now a hostile target." Back in Oak Haven, the desk phone rang. Sergeant Rossi answered, his face draining of color. "The governor's office, the FBI." Thorne snatched the phone, yelling, "This is a felony to impersonate a federal agent." "Quit calling," he slammed it down. Cassandra watched him. The rain has stopped. She observed the birds can fly. Then they heard it, the low vibrating thump. "Shh!" Thorne and Rossi rushed to the window. The sky above the station was blinding white, lit by the searchlights of two UH-60 Blackhawk helicopters. Hovering overhead below, 3 camouflaged Humvees screeched to a halt, and military police in full tactical gear poured out. M4 carbines held ready. The front doors were kicked open. Colonel Richter, built like a tank, strode in flanked by MPs. "Who's the ranking officer?" Rossi raised his hand. "Sergeant Rossi. You have a high-value asset in custody. Produce her in 10 seconds, or I will authorize my men to dismantle this building." Thorne, in a final surge of foolish arrogance, reached for his gun. 2 MPs moved with lightning speed, pinning him face down on the floor, a military boot on his neck. "You are detaining a brigadier general with top-secret clearance," Victor said, looking down at Thorne. "Under the National Defense Authorization Act. I have all the jurisdiction. I need the keys." Sergeant Rossi threw the keys onto the counter. Moments later, Cassandra Vance emerged, walking with unbroken dignity. Victor snapped a sharp salute. "General Vance, we are here to extract you, ma'am." "Thank you, Colonel." She looked down at the wheezing Thorne. "Get him up." As Thorne scrambled to his feet, red-faced Cassandra ordered, "I want a full field sobriety test and a blood draw administered by your medics now, Colonel. I want the results on federal record. I will leave this man no ambiguity to hide behind." Chief Hayes arrived in a panicked state, only to find his station occupied, his officers disarmed, and General Vance sitting calmly in his executive chair. Richter produced a federal warrant for the seizure of all data and personnel. The final nail in Thorne's coffin came from the recovered Bodycam footage. The pre-event buffer captured Thorne's voice, cold and predatory. "Black woman in a car like that in this county. You're either a hooker or a dealer. I'm gonna lock you up and strip that car for parts." Cassandra looked Hayes dead in the eye. "Chief, you will fire Officer Thorne immediately, not suspension, termination. Then I am pressing federal charges, and after that, your entire department will be audited by the Department of Justice." Hayes, utterly defeated, looked at Thorne. "Give me your badge. Marcus, you're fired. Your father can't save you from the United States Army. You authorized your own destruction the minute you turn that camera off." Thorne trembled as he placed his badge on the desk. Cassandra took her wallet and secure phone from him, wiping them on her pants as she stared him down. "You asked me who I was going to call," she whispered. "I told you. I called the manager, and now you're unemployed, Colonel. Place this man in federal custody." She ordered. The MPs spun Thorne around. Click, click, click. The sound of the handcuffs on his wrist this time was the final verdict. He was dragged out broken, facing federal charges. The justice was absolute. The U.S. attorney prosecuted Thorne for federal civil rights violations and false imprisonment. 6 months later, with General Vance testifying in her full dress blues, Thorne was convicted on all counts and sentenced to 10 years in federal prison without parole. The civil lawsuit bankrupted the small municipality. The Oak Haven Police Department was dissolved entirely. Chief Hayes lost his job and pension. General Vance was promoted to Major General. Her 2 silver stars, a testament to discipline over arrogance. The lesson was learned: the badge protects the law, but the law protects no one who abuses it. Marcus Thorne thought power was dominance. Cassandra Vance proved power was consequence.